I want to be a world champion. And I want to be rich. I want to make sure that my daughter's future is secure. Her family's future secure, their family's future secure, and so on. It just keeps going.
I'm trying to remember now. Kiefer's been with me for a long, long time. Right from the start, he had that kind of curious mind that I look for, that he was always asking questions and wondering why certain techniques don't work.
Yeah, he left school and joined a local kickboxing club, and then I've seen a difference in him. He just became more focused. It was something that he enjoyed. He didn't want anything else.
And his opponent standing to my right. He weighed officially at 170.8 pounds with one professional win from Dublin, Ireland.
I'm just too passionate about martial arts that I can't let this go.
Hesitant at first. No, I didn't encourage him. I didn't understand the sport. I didn't know an awful lot about it. Obviously I was nervous, thinking he was going to get boxed around the place. But then I encouraged him when I learned a bit more about it.
Right from the start, he's trained his whole life in martial arts, one form or another. Very, very skillful. He's an intelligent guy, so he knows the right way to train to get better. He keeps his head down, keeps training the way he's been training. I've no doubt he can go on to have a very successful career.
I felt very nervous at first. I mean, there were long hours, days. He was getting the bus out, and I used to collect him in the night time when it was the old SBG, not the new one. And then we start talking again, little bits about it, and that's when I kind of understood a little bit more about sport. I think it opened up a whole new world for Kiefer, changed him completely. And then I realised this is really what he wants. He's so dedicated.
So we're on the way to Warriors Gym, and my friend Cian Cowley, who has a very good Thai boxing facility out here in Dunleary. I go out here maybe once a week just to change things up. There's some amazing strikers out there, and some of the best Thai guys in the country. And obviously Cian is a very close friend of mine, and he's, in my opinion, one of the best striking coaches I've ever trained with. So obviously I just go out here, just get some good training with him and his lads, and just to change things up. I'm in SBG every single day, and I kind of go around to a couple of different places here. SBG, Warriors Gym, the Irish Strength Institute, SBG Tala. I kind of just change things up a bit and just train with different people. It's good to train with different people, move around with different bodies, different cultures, different martial arts. These guys out here just specialise in Thai boxing and Muay Thai, and that's it. That they don't know anything else. So it's good for me to move around with these guys. I'm a mixed martial artist. These guys are just pure strikers. So it's good for me to test my skills and move around with these guys that are just all professional kickboxers and Thai boxers. And it's steady to go out here and just change things up. And obviously learn from Cian. He's one of the most knowledgeable striking coaches I've ever trained with. Do you know what I mean? And he's my teammate as well. So it's good. We kind of bounce off each other. I'll show him some things about MMA or whatever, and he'll show me some things about kicks and clinches or whatever like this. So it's good to have a good mix of training partners that are experts in different fields, and he's definitely one of them. alright, Kiefer? What's all good? What's happening? Oh yeah, we're good. All good. Alright.
It's alright.
Sorry I'm late, man. Traffic was.
Yeah, not worried. Get ready and we'll warm up,
Yeah, man.
Before I kind of joined, we knew each other back and forth a little bit, and then as soon as I started proper training, because it was a while before I got onto the pro team that they were on, like I had to do the other classes first, and then when John let me get in, we just straight away like meet and do our own thing in different times and all that as well, like, and then we corner each other when we fight. He came to Vegas with me, trained for 2 weeks in LA, and then done me corner for the Worlds and all that, so that was a big thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's, and I do the same then as well. I'd be training with him every day now, only like for BAMMA, only for my hand is out. That's the only reason why I can't do much with him, but I'll still be there and watching him in the gym, training and that as well. So
You only can't down because the camera was on.
hard work's different. Like, a lot of boxing coaches nowadays think they're Mayweather's pad man with all these mad combinations they do. His pad work is always real simple shots that you're throwing a fight with. You know what I mean? That's where I think he's very good in the pads for accuracy and that, not all this fancy 20 punch combinations and all that.
Let's turn on, or let's blast the joint.
Fucking, it was cold in here about 5 minutes ago now, fucking roasting. Didn't take long.
And another was found in the girls' gym.
Bang the gavel, to part and unravel. There's trees spark from my worries. The city speak of the travels of DC. That's the borough of berry stress in a bottle. I'm itching to reach the bottom. I'm hoping to bury sorrows of a mind to invest it in someone with vested interest. Hope you know you fucking floor me in that red dress. And I've been chain smoking up the 40 and on bed rest. And all because a girl, get a grip.
Let's smoke a marijuana cigarette. Say, let's turn on, let's blast the joint.
Getting Christmas money out of this one. New Year's Eve on me, is it?
Oh yeah, I never thought of that.
Like Dave said there, I'm like the son he's never had. Do you know what I mean?
That's what he said.
He said, if only you could have handed Keen away as a baby and adopted you, son. You're an absolute animal. What did I do bringing this thing up? Dave's a legend, yeah. That's the first time I done pads on him, but it was almost like he knew me game. Like my game was kind of like the peekaboo Mike Tyson old school game in boxing, and then obviously I have like heavy kicks and stuff like this, but he was just kind of doing like defensive things, boxing and angles, footwork, head movement, and it just literally from the bell we just clicked and it went smooth. The past hour was probably the best pad work I've done in a long time, so appreciate it a lot.
For the life of me, every night you arrive and my mind attacking me. We jive on the wings.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes, you know what I mean, but like I can't complain. I get to train every day, you know, and obviously get to come home to my family and chill out with my daughter and go back to the gym then in the evening and do it again. So yeah, it can be tough sometimes, but you know it will be worth it when it's all done. And mainly it's just like obviously prize fighting is all about making money, so hopefully I'll make enough money to secure my family's future from it. So that's the real dream at the end of the day. That's supposed to be for the ducks. Why didn't they start trying to break back us? Huh? She knows that I fight, she knows I compete in MMA, she knows I'm a martial artist. See, doing martial arts and fighting obviously is two different things, you know. People think it's the same thing, it's not. Like, you know, people can train martial arts. People can train martial arts and some people don't like to fight. I do both, so being a prize fighter obviously, she doesn't know the exact ins and out details of it, but yeah, she knows I compete. She's seen some of my fights online, she likes it, you know. She likes doing jiu-jitsu and kickboxing with me at home, so it's just normal to her now. She knows no different.
Yeah. Still video, let's go into the playground. Good.
Is Daddy a good fighter?
Yeah,
Yeah? Do you think so?
of course.
I think I'm only alright.
Now, yeah. You what?
Am I the best?
Look it over there. Have a belt.
I have a belt and all. Big huge belt because I have a big fat belly.
I can barely put on me.
Yeah, definitely, big time, yeah. Like, yeah, like I'm fighting so long now. Obviously, I was gonna do it anyway, but I mean, obviously, when you have a family to provide for, like, you know, you can either like, I'm an extremist when it comes to this. You know what I mean? I'm either all in or I'm all out. Like, there's not, you can't put one foot in and kind of do something else, and because someone else will just be doing this full time, and then they'll come along and you'll find out like it's not for you. Do you know what I mean? So I'm an extremist. I'm a full-time fighter. I'll train twice a day and make sure that I can go in there and win fights intelligently, instead of just having to rely on my toughness or anything like this, you know what I mean? So yeah, like, I'm more motivated than ever to like make sure that I'm gonna make it big and make sure that I'm gonna secure a future for my family. So I'm fully committed to that, and I know that will happen. But yeah, she does definitely play a big factor in the motivational part of it, as does my whole family. You know, I owe my ma a lot as well, and obviously I want to secure a future for my daughter and my girlfriend and everyone that's come up with me. So yeah, big time.
There's the Queen over in England.
Don't mind her. I was at the Queen's house, you know that?
What?
It's a kid. You know what the Queen's house is called?
What?
Do you know?
No.
Buckingham Palace. I was over there. Different type of fire, that, isn't it? Yeah. You don't think it's that hard, but it's when it stops, you're like, close now. But when you do like that looseness and why 6 times, it's killer, man.
But that's why people, when they they catch someone and then they attack them.
Yeah.
That's why they get bollocks, because
Yeah.
it's exactly the same thing, and they're just not used to that.
Yeah.
Like, they can be used to doing like a slow pace.
Yeah.
You know.
Up,
It's the up and down.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
4, 3, 2.
You kind of do your heavier strength training further away, and then as you get closer, you focus more on power. It just depends on what the fighter needs as well. So as I said, that workout was kind of to suit Kiefer's style. Explode, stay loose, explode, stay loose, explode. You could do that up to the week before you do like if you're starting your weight cut on the Saturday fight and the following Saturday, you could do that to like Friday beforehand. It's fine. Because like it's tough, but it's not draining the system if you do it correctly. Hey! 2. Hey! 3. So heavy strength training you might stop 3 weeks out, but that power stuff, as I said, you could do the week before. Arms straight, arms straight, arms straight. No weight carrying, man. The kind of fitness work we do, so keeping your weight down, that's going to have minimal effect on it. It's the stuff out there that's going to be the real kind of, you're working on strength, endurance, and kind of just, burning calories as well. So that's kind of getting you your fitness to recover in between those bursts as well. And depending on what the weight is, you like, if you need more power, then you have to do more power. If you need more fitness. So the big thing is not to get too out of shape. Relax. We'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah.
You might do 1 session out a week, up to 2, max would be 3, and that's only really if you're not getting like sparring in or other type of cardio in, you would do more of that. But like kind of 2 is the sweet spot for that. 1 minimum at this point, and then losing weight, staying on weight, it's nutrition. Like you can do all that in the world. And if you're sitting in Eddie Rockets all day, you're fucked. Yeah. That's what I'm doing wrong.
It's everything to me. Yeah, it's changed my life in so many ways. I suppose from training and just giving me kind of a good structure, a good path to go down. John has kind of changed my life around since before I joined. I joined SBG, and everything kind of just changed. It just made sense. You know, it's the only regret I have is not joining this sooner, to be honest, because I joined fairly like late on. But yeah, no, the team and the gym means everything to me.
Scramble on something, you go for something, you feel the 200 meter sprint, feel that? Fast forward 15 seconds. I got it now, so wherever he goes, oh yeah. And then it's left, and then they bring it on. Work with it.
Everyone thinks MMA is cool now, until you have to do shit like this. There you go. What do you think of that? That's dirt, isn't it? And all that does is it kind of takes the swelling down off it. So, but again, I'm gonna train tonight now. It's gonna go exactly the same way. It just swells up. It kind of just relieves the pressure and takes the pain away for a while, but it kind of keeps coming back until your eyes start or something, you know? It's a fucking nightmare. Oh well.
I really dread to think. I don't know, it could have been dodgy at one stage, but I don't think there's anything other than martial arts that he ever wanted to do. I mean, it's tough growing up sometimes in Dublin 7 anywhere, but you know, I think when he went to SBG and he just changed so much, it turned him right around. I think a lot of the credit goes to John as well, his coach, and Kiefer for listening, and I think John helped him. Kiefer seeing things a different way, and he just became so different. I think a lot of people out there, he's got a good circle of friends out there, they're like his own little family in his way. But I think, yeah, that was a turning corner for Kiefer going to SBG.
Just fuck all else to be doing like around here, do you know what I mean? Just float around. Like, do what anyone normally does when they're young. Hang around with your mates and just floating. About 13, 14 years ago now, I was walking home. I used to walk this way every night back from training, and I remember walking back one night, like, and it's probably one of the worst situations that's happened to me. I was walking home, and I was only about 12, 13 like at the time, and I remember walking down. There was two lads just standing here. One of them had like the hoods up, and they were junkies, you know what I mean, like bad, like knackers, like. And I remember thinking to myself, I was walking home from training. I had a big training bag on. I remember thinking, I'm not crossing the road. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep walking. And I thought I was like being tough or something like that. I'm not crossing the road, like. And I was walking along, and I just had it in my head. I knew something was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna like jump me, or I didn't know, like. But I kind of had a feeling, right, they're gonna try to fight me or something like this. So I remember walking along, and they were just kind of standing here, and they were like, "Oh, what's the story? Like, what's in your bag?" And I mean, I was too close to them to even run away or walk away or anything like this. So I was just like on nothing, like, you know, it was just training gear, like. And then next of all, literally, he just like whipped out like a knife, like a proper little. It wasn't even a proper knife. It was like a small little knife, and like stuck it right up into my face and pressed me into this corner. And I remember at the time I was like just shaking. I was like, oh look, I didn't know what to do. Do you know what I mean? I was like, fuck, jumping off the. I was like, fuck. Do you know what I mean? What am I gonna do here? Like, this is a proper, like, this is a situation where I'm probably gonna die or something. I didn't know. You know, I was like only a kid, like, and they were two proper like junkies, and they just didn't seem to give a fuck. So I remember I was literally jammed right in here against this wall, and he had a knife stuck in my face, and I was like, look, asking him, like, oh, stop, don't, like, you know, just take what you want, like. And whatever way I looked over his shoulder, I think he got a little bit paranoid and put the knife behind him and looked back this way, and literally I just closed my hand and just swung as hard as I could and caught him like a right hook, literally as hard as I could into the head, and he just dropped straight out into the road. And then his mate was kind of like didn't know what the fuck to do, and then tried to like stand there, and then I just kept swinging at him. Like I was doing kickboxing at the time and all, but like I was only a kid, you know what I mean? I wasn't like a fucking the animal I am now today. But I remember hitting him, and the two of them kind of fell, and I remember to myself at the time I was so nervous, like I was shitting, you know what I mean, from what happened, and I just took my bag and I ran, like, and literally my house was literally like 100 metres just across the road there, but I was afraid to go home to my ma's gaff just in case she got pissed off at me, so I ran down to me nanny in the flats and told her the situation. And I remember I just stayed there for the night, and I had a little cut on my face and everything for fucking weeks. I had a little cut, but that's just a situation that could have been a hell of a lot worse, you know, than it was. Like, I kind of got away lucky in a way that, like, you know, I don't know what they were trying to do that night. They were just junkies, you know what I mean? They were just out of their head, and you know, we found out who it was, and me and my friends approached them about that afterwards, and they didn't even remember they did it, you know what I mean? It was like one of them, they were proper like out of their head on, I don't know what they were on, but it was a mad situation. But since then, that's always stuck in my mind about being like aware of things, and it was then I started really learning how to fight and learning how to like defend myself. And, do you know what I mean? I was always a mad switched on, no matter where I go. Like if I was walking down the road around like this, I'd always have it in my mind that, like, you know, you have to defend yourself, you have to be smart about things. And even like I could have just crossed the road at that stage, and I didn't. That was a stupid, immature decision, you know, or I could have walked away from it, but I didn't. I decided to walk straight into it, and I could have avoided it, but that's just one of the situations that happened when I was growing up, so stupid. This is where I would have spent most of my time growing up, like, just in that flat there, my nanny's flat. My mother grew up here with her mother and her three brothers. And then obviously when I got a bit older, I started kind of staying with my nanny a lot more, and I would have stayed in these flats a lot, like when I was like a teenager, a young kid. So.
What was it like growing up here like this?
I loved it, you know. I'm very proud of where I'm from, do you know what I mean? The northern I see, and Big Street flats, Church Street, like that's, you know, some people have to say what they want about the north side, but I used to love it growing up, do you know what I mean? I'm very proud of where I'm from, but I think I always just wanted more, you know, of my life, do you know what I mean? I'd never like to stay and live the rest of my life here, if that makes sense. I'd always want a better quality of life for my daughter, but I loved it, you know, and I'm very proud of where I'm from, where my ma's from, where my nanny's from, and the history that our family have down here. So, but yeah, I'd always think to myself, like, I'm gonna have a big house one day and a nice future for my daughter and my family, and, you know, do things right and have a safe environment, a safe area. But having said that, look, I am very proud of this area, and I love where I'm from, I love where I live. So these flats in a way kind of made me who I am. Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't for like living here, growing up here, I don't think I'd be on the same path, if that makes sense. James. Yeah, we met each other in SBG. I think he was 15 at the time, and it was the old gym, Long Mile Road. And I remember rolling him. It was like in the gi jiu-jitsu class, and he was only a kid. Do you know what I mean? He's only a little kid, like. And I remember I rolled him, and I remember like thinking to myself, because I was so big, so much bigger than him, so much heavier than him, and I thought, like, I'm gonna have to take it easy on this little kid, you know. And I remember rolling with him, and I swear to God, he fucked me up big time. And I put a big dampener on my ego. I was like, holy shit, this kid's good. And it was just from then on, I remember thinking, wow, that's when I really started appreciating jiu-jitsu. I was thinking, wow, if he can fuck me up effortlessly, and he's only a little kid, like, then I'm gonna have to get my act together and actually learn how to really do jiu-jitsu. And then we just hit it off from there. He was just a sound motherfucker, you know, and he always had the same mentality I had, just to get better and improve and learn. And that was it then, do you know what I mean? We just hit it off from there, and we're still training to this day with the same mentality. He still fucks me up a little bit, but I'm getting better.
Keep stirring your furrowed brow, button up that bow lip. Cause if you don't know by now, from somewhere when I won 6, there's one when I born sinner. See a different shoot quick, cause if these words hurt, I brought worse than stones and sticks. Told my Uber driver, take a lap around the city in the backseat. Crack the sunroof, spitting lyrics at the taxi. Victory lap, spark the torch. You can smell the leaves burning in this hickory batch. Girls complaining, says my dickory's the only reason that this union didn't collapse. Says I'm ignorant the minute I get spliff and synapse. I sip the liquor and laugh, throw the roller back to the cabbie like, the fuck does she know? Catch me if you're clever, I'm not creep around the deep end. Ripping roaches out of cars for contacts I should be keeping. It's blissful in this bubble, hardly big enough for me. And peace of mind is what I'm after, but my burner's always beeping. London's fucking burning like my rollie off the flames. Cause if this city turns to ashes, they'll need someone for to lead them. I'm busy planting seeds while they keep them busy sleeping. They be selling you a dream, I'm busy selling you my semen. What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, BAMMA 27, we are ready for 3 5-minute rounds.
I'm an extremist when it comes to this. I'm either all in or I'm all out.
Introducing your fighter, standing to my left, he weighed in officially at 169.4 pounds, making his professional debut from Manchester, England, Conor Reardon. He weighed in officially at 170.8 pounds.
I don't think there's anything other than martial arts stuff he ever wanted to do.
Kiefer!
Cannot wait for this. The way they move is so different. Reardon stands a little bit tall. It's just a very, very effective, difficult to chase.
Reardon style, the way he walks you down, it does leave him open to the sort of counter that Big Daddy is already using.
Look at that oblique kick again. Now we're to the open stance. I found it a little bit interesting that he started orthodox. Left foot forward, orthodox for Reardon.
And I love the way, as you said, he's using that oblique kick. There was also a sweet left hand there. And this is the danger for Conor Reardon. We know where he wants to be when he ties up, but it's dangerous getting there.
The way that Big Daddy set up that left hand was actually going southpaw, but a huge, wow, excellent stuff there, going Harai Goshi down to the mat from Reardon.
Back to his feet, Chris. Very well done there from Kiefer Crosbie. Reardon was saying that knee was to the groin, but they both carry on. Oh, vicious elbow from Crosbie. And Reardon felt that, and suddenly Crosbie explodes into life, Chris.
Crosbie thinking about trying to pass those legs as quick as possible here to unload. Certainly Reardon holding on for dear life, breaking the posture, trying to get a breather.
And there's the kick. We watched a couple of videos of Crosbie before, didn't we?
That's that snap kick to the midsection that can be so devastating. Oh, but those are big punches.
I love the way that Reardon, even in defensive mode, is always looking offensively as well for that heel as well, Chris.
Trying to drag that leg in.
Yes, he's transitioned well, Reardon, but Crosbie, as I said, has been a real shot, but he's in trouble now, Chris. He's going to see out the round. I don't think it's enough for Reardon, but it shows Crosbie just how dangerous he is.
There we go, that's the one. You get it underneath your armpit, try to thrust your... I think both men have thrown their poison out on the table and said, let's play.
That's right, and I like the way, as you said, so we heard about level changes from Crosbie's corner. That's what they want to see, level changes. Oh, that elbow attempt, immediate. Reardon looks to lock him up. He doesn't want any more of that, Chris. They're more rounded, and Crosbie proved this. And there again, he's the man that initiates the takedown, Chris.
Like I said, he doesn't have good opportunistic takedowns.
Well, he stayed calm under vicious pressure, and You can see Crosbie trying to relax here, Chris, in this position. I think he's lost it.
Oh, big triangle attempt up there into the diamond guard, looking to lock up that figure four. What a transition here from Big Daddy Crosbie. That figure four is on Malcolm.
Yes, and he's softening up, look again, loosening up with those dropping elbows.
I just have to keep doing what I'm doing and keep training, keep showing up to the gym and keep winning these fights and keep finishing people, and then it'll all take care of itself.
Our referee corner stoppage to this bout at 2 minutes 32 seconds of the second round. To your winner by submission, Kiefer Crosbie.
I've gave everything up for this. This is all I know, do you know what I mean? It's all I want to know, it's all I think about. I can't stop thinking about it, you know? If I was to do something else, I'd go nuts. Like, I can't stop thinking about martial arts. If I did switch off, you know, I probably would stop. But I won't stop until I become a world champion.
Let's turn on, or let's blast the joint.
Commissioner, don't you think that you're magnifying this issue?
A marijuana cigarette was found on the floor of one of your classrooms, and another was found in the girls' gym.
Bind the gavel to part and unravel. There's trees spark from my worries. The city speak of the travels of DC. That's the borough of bury stress in a bottle. I'm itching to reach the bottom. I'm hoping to bury sorrows of a mind to invest it in someone with vested interest. Hope you know you fucking floor me in that red dress. And I've been chain smoking up to 40 on bed rest. And all because a girl, get a grip.
Let's smoke a marijuana cigarette. They say, let's turn on, or let's blast the joint.
So fuck it, I'll fake the claim like I'm only in it for pussy. So why am I so erratic when questioning not to push me do the maths? And watch the mask snap back, you bite it on doing fine, fuck. Do you smoke crack? You must be out your fucking nut, you took a bite out that. I took a bite out that. But here's to the pain, only seeing you when I dream. And here's to that second.